Okay, lovely. So, if you come into a comfortable seated position, so I don't really mind how you cross your legs. Kiara, you've got blocks, but you can also sit on cushions. You can grab a cushion from your couch if you're near and give your bum a little lift. That's quite nice. Yeah. And then once you feel somewhat situated, and you can kind of feel your two sit bones, those two bony processes really grounded, and allow your spine to be lifted all the way up to the crown of the head. So you're not tipping too far forward, backwards or sideways. So you feel really like your head is on top of your pelvis, your shoulders are on top of your pelvis. And then bring one hand to the belly, the low belly, and then one hand, let's bring it to the chest, maybe at the heart center. And let the arm bones be quite heavy, so you're not holding yourself up. So, maybe even loop the shoulders back. So you feel the neck start to lengthen and open. And then choosing, my loves, to open the eyes, but have a really soft focus, or close the eyes completely. And then with the eyes closed or focused on one point on the floor, start to feel how the breath moves into the hands. So noticing that as you inhale, there's a feeling of rising and expanding. And as you exhale, noticing how the abdomen and the chest soften and shrink back to the center. And so just noticing the movement of your breath and the effect that it has on your body. And you're really starting to now sort of control the breath. So inhaling really controlled and slow, and then exhaling with that same control all through the nose if possible, unless you're working with a cold. And on the inhale, you can mentally repeat so, the mantra so, and on the exhale, mentally repeat the mantra hum. Inhale so, exhale hum. So this is the mantra of the breath. It almost sounds like the breath. Inhaling so, exhaling hum. And as you breathe your full breath and mentally repeat that mantra as you go, notice too how as you exhale, you can start to draw in the lower belly and lift up through the base of the body, the pelvic floor, just a little bit more. And then as the inhales arise, let that go a little bit. So applying a quality of tethering and toning at the base of the body without getting too tense or overthinking it. So imagine as if the pelvic floor was like a trampoline. It has that buoyancy and adaptability. So it doesn't lock on and stay locked. It opens and it closes on the breath. Take one more cycle of breath. And then when you're completed your exhale, open up your eyes if they're closed. And bring your palms together in front of you, pointing kind of diagonally down, and really press the hands together and sink the shoulders off the ears. And then inhale, send the prayer hands up over the head, really lengthen through the waist. As you exhale, turn the palms forward, bend the elbows out to the side, and go like you're fogging up a mirror. And feel the shoulder blades sort of slide down the back. And we'll do that twice more. So inhale through the nose, look up towards your thumbs, and then exhale, spread the hands really wide and sink the shoulder blades down the spine. Last time. So inhale. This time you can stick out the tongue and make like a lion's roar as you go. And then bring the hands to rest at the heart. Good. And then let's come on to an all fours position. So bring the hands underneath the shoulders and the knees directly underneath the hips. Yeah. Good. And then just for a moment, take one hand and feel the lower back. And so we don't want to overly arch the spine. So feel like the lower back is lengthening. Yeah, so pause there in neutral. So feeling out your neutral spine, really grounding down the tops of the feet and sinking the fingertips into the mat. Good. And then we'll move through some cat-cows quite slowly. So first, tuck your toes under, ladies. And then on your next exhale, round the spine and look between your thighs. And imagine as if you're squeezing your block. You can even put your block between your legs if you have one. And then point the feet. Inhale, slide the chest past the arm bones and slightly move into your cat spine without going too wild. And then repeat that. So exhale, tuck the toes, round the upper spine, let the back of the neck be really open. And then point the toes. Inhale, feed the chest past the arm bones. Lovely. Last time. Exhale, tuck the toes, round the spine, really lift up through the waistline. And then inhale, point the toes and shine your heart forward. Keep the eyes really soft. And then let's find back into neutral again. Good. And then take your right arm out to the side, no higher than shoulder height. And notice if anything is happening around the navel. So feeling that containment, that lifting through the belly. And then we'll twist. So exhale, send the right arm under the left and come all the way down. Right ear touches the floor. So you're in a twist. And then reach up your left arm to the ceiling. And then if possible, take your right thigh or right hip behind the back. Take a full breath in. And then exhale, lift the navel and come back onto all fours. And do this with great care. So you're really paying attention on where you're placing your arms. Other side. So inhale, left arm out to the side. Feel the navel engage. Lift through the pelvic floor. And then exhale, feed the arm through and come all the way down. So right, left ear this time on the floor. And then options to lift up your right hand and then take the hip or the thigh behind the back. So you're kind of going into a bind. And then really press the tops of the feet down. Inhale. And then exhale, contain through the navel and then slowly come up, really pressing into the hands, coming back into that neutral spine. Good, tuck the toes under and we'll move to down dog. So first, exhale completely and lift off the knees a couple of inches. So you feel like you're floating and really send the hands down. And slowly bring your bum back towards your heels. And then in your own time, in your own way, shift into your down dog. And then have a moment to mooch about. So you can wiggle your hips from side to side. You can yes and no, and maybe slow with the head, maybe even stick out the tongue and go. Good. And then finding some form of stillness in this down dog position. And then pad the hands back towards your feet. So come into the back of the mat, folks. Heels drop, feet apart. Come into ragdoll. So take the elbows. And then really gently sway from side to side. Let the head be really heavy. Okay, and then come center. Place your hands to your lower back, kind of around the sacrum. So feel that part of the spine. Bend the knees a lot. Press your hands down into the sacrum as you roll up. So the head drops and you're making kind of like a deep C curve with the spine as the knees remain bent. And then at the last moment, the legs straighten up and you look forward. And then let's circle the arms over the head. Inhale, touch the palms above you. Look up. And then exhale, hands come to the heart. Good. Let's do one little cycle of breath. So send the fingertips down like we did in all the cross-legged position. Inhale, send the arms up. And then turn the palms to face forward. Exhale, stick out your tongue, go and squeeze the shoulder blades down the back. Good. And then from here, hands come to the heart. Bring the hands to your hips and bend the knees and stick your bum back. So come into Utkatasana, chair pose. And then look at your knees and see if you can bring them above the heels. So your toes feel very light, but they're still on the floor. Yeah, so you're really finding this crease in the hip. And then bring the hands to the heart. Loop the shoulders back. And then in your own way, make little pulses through the legs. So as if you're kind of like moving in thick treacle or something. So there's a kind of squishiness. Yeah, so just building up a little heat in the thighs. Keep sending the knees back over the heels. That's the trick. And then pause here in your chair pose, Utkatasana. Options to send the arms over the head. Beautiful. Take a full breath in. And exhale, slow motion. Hands find the floor. And at the last moment, ladies, the legs straighten if appropriate. And then bring the hands to the shins as you come to the halfway lift. Inhale. And then exhale, pad the hands into a plank position. Now, so like a little tigress. Hold the top of the push-up. At any point, we're going to hold this for about 3 breaths. You can always bring your knees down or bring your forearms down. So 1 breath in, 1 breath out, 1 breath in, good. 1 breath out, last time. Really reach through the heels and the crown, 1 breath in. And then exhale, come into down dog. So bend the knees and lift your bum up. I hope you're okay. And then from here, let's come back into an all fours position. So slide the knees down. You can point the feet, hands underneath the shoulders. Good. So send the right leg back. And then inhale, lift the right leg. And avoid, again, dumping into the lower back. So keep that tethering, lifting through the navel. Take a deep breath in. And exhale, bring the knee to the nose. And round the spine as you press into the hands. Squeeze the heel up. Good, and then inhale, flex the ankle and lengthen out to your neutral. We'll do that in a set twice more. So exhale, hug and round, squeeze, point the ankle. And then inhale, press the heel back like you're trying to push a wall away. Last time, exhale, hug and round. And then inhale, reach back. From here, bend the knee, point the toes up to the ceiling. And we'll do some hip circles clockwise. So exhale, hug the knee into the center. And then inhale, send the knee out to the side, all the way up and back to your start position. Whoa, twice more. Exhale, hug the knee in. Inhale, circle it up and round. Last time, exhale, hug the knee in. See if you can keep weight equal on both hands, ladies. Inhale all the way up. Good. This time, exhale, knee in and step between the hands. So Priya, we're going to be on the knee a bit, so you can always put the blanket underneath your knee if you have one. And then come on up. Good. And then bring one hand to your lower back, one hand to your belly, and just check you're not sticking your bum out. And check you're not tucking under. So find that the back and front of the pelvis are somewhat even. You've still got that lovely lower back curve. And then press strongly into the front heel. And inhale, send the arms up over the head. And there's a kind of lightness through the shoulders. So that rooting down, creating strength and resiliency in the legs. But then this like soft, feminine quality, the arms up. Take a full breath in, and then exhale, send the hands forward, but feel like you're tipping your pelvis forward first. And then that's the thing that sends your body forward, hands down. Lovely. Tuck the toes under, and then puff the back knee up. into a runner's lunge. Okay, from here, ladies, bend the knee, the back knee, look to your navel, hands to hips, and slowly curl up. Oh, pressing into that right heel as you go. So keeping that back knee bent. And then inhale, straighten both knees. Yes. And hands can go on the hips or the heart. Exhale, bend both knees and hover the left knee just off the floor. Go where it feels appropriate. And then inhale, straighten again. Ooh. Exhale, bend. And find a spot in front of you to look at. Once you've got the rhythm, you don't need to look at me so much. Let's do one more. Exhale, keep lifted through the crown. Really nice, guys. Inhale, straighten. And then from here, bend to the front knee, so you're back into the runner's lunge. And then let's bring our hands to the hips for a moment so we can feel this out. Feel the pelvis shift forward first, like it's spilling forward. That sends your torso forward. And then bring your left foot in a couple of inches. So this is our first sort of balance. Hands to hip or the heart. Start to lift your left leg off the floor. But keep your right knee on top of your right ankle so you feel like you're shifting back. And that will awaken the glute a lot as I hold on to the wall. So we're not quite in warrior 3 yet. It's more of a diagonal line from crown to heel, reaching in opposition. And then from here, slowly come up to standing and bring the left knee up about hip height. Oh yeah. And then come back into your kind of modified warrior 3, that flying position. Knee on top of ankle. Keep repeating that in your mind. And then inhale, come back up. Lift through the back of the neck. Yes, and then exhale, shift back. Last time, knee on ankle. Inhale, come up. If you feel wobbly, don't worry, it's all good. And then come back, hold that sort of diagonal reach. Feel the bum squeeze. And we'll come back to a high lunge now. So bend the right knee, really send the left foot back and soft land. Curl up through the navel back into high lunge. See if you can bring that right knee on top of the ankle. And then from here, bring your prayer hands forward. Inhale, send your arms up. Exhale, bend the elbows, squeeze the shoulder blades behind the back, and maybe roar, go. Twice more. Inhale, keep pressing through that right heel. Exhale, go. Last time, inhale, you can do it. Exhale, go. Whoa. Bring the hands to the heart. Spill the pelvis forward. Send your torso forward. Hands to the mat. Come back into a high plank. And maybe feel some strong feels in your right thigh or right glute. And then bend the knees. Come back into your down dog. We do that all on the left. So knees come to the floor. And set yourself back up. So back into that box position. Neutral spine. And then send the left leg back. Inhale, lift the left leg up. Exhale, knee into the chest. Round the spine. And then inhale, press the heel back and radiate through the crown. Twice more. Exhale, hug and round. Lift the waistline. Really nice. And then inhale, lengthen. Last time, exhale. See if you can bring the heel up towards the body. And then inhale, lengthen. Point the toes, bend the knee, and we'll do 3 circles. Exhale, knee coming in. Inhale, knee out to the side and all the way back up. Yeah. Do twice more, exhale. So see if you can explore your range of motion without going to that point where there's pain. Yeah, so a little bit of self-discovery. See where your hips are today. And then when you're ready, step the left leg forward by rounding the spine and giving your body some room. And come on up. And then again, just check what you're up to. So find the front and back sort of somewhat in alignment. Ground through the left heel. Inhale, reach the arms up. So again, really strong, powerful legs, light, expressive upper body. And then exhale, send the pelvis forward and drape your hands down. Tuck the back toes. And then inhale, lift the back knee into, we'll call this runner's lunge. Yeah? So coming on up, bend the knee, look towards the back leg. And then hands on hips can be useful. Slowly curl up. So we're using a lot of support from the navel. Hands to hips or heart. Inhale, straighten the front leg. Strong lifted thighs. Exhale, bend, hover the knee. Inhale, straighten again. Feel the thighs draw up towards the heart and beyond. Exhale, bend. Last round. Inhale, really soft face. Exhale, bend. Good. Last time. Inhale, straighten. Lift up through the thighs. Exhale, just bend the front knee, so back into the lunge. And then again, spill the hips forward and slide the right foot in a few inches. I'm just going to shift back a little bit. So as best you can, keep the left knee on top of the ankle. Yeah. And lift the right leg. So again, we're not tipping forward just yet. So see if you can find that diagonal reach from heel to crown. From here, loves, slowly track the right knee on top of the hip, or in line with the hip, dangle the shin. And then I like to flex the foot on the way back to add a bit of power to the back of the leg and the shin. And then inhale, coming on up. Woo. Again, exhale. Again, soft front, support knee on top of ankle. And then inhale, come up. Last time. Okay, here we go. You're doing well. Slowly tip back. Pause here. Bring the weight upon that left heel a little bit more. And then high lunge. So bend the front knee, reach the right toes back, and then when you land, see if you can curl up through the very base of the body. Good. Here we go. Prayer hands forward. Inhale, look at the thumbs as you go. Exhale. You can stick out the tongue as you squeeze the shoulder blades behind the back. Twice more. Inhale. Stay low in that left knee on ankle. Exhale. Good. If you're feeling this a lot, really stick out the tongue on the exhale. Inhale. Exhale, go. Well done. Hands to heart. Slowly tip the hips forward. Hands find the floor. Step into your plank pose. Sense the left hip, well, the left glute. Come back into down dog. Maybe have a little move about in down dog, especially if you felt a lot of tension build up then. Yeah. And then pause in your down dog. And then slowly walk your hands back, bend your knees as you go. Good. Hands find the lower back or the sacrum, if you know where that is on your body. Bend the knees and slowly curl up. So standing firm in your legs. And then once you arrive, inhale, arms reach up over the head, touch the palms. Exhale, hands to heart in your Tadasana or mountains pose. Good. One hand to the lower belly. One hand to the heart space. Mentally say so as you inhale. And maybe through the mouth, mentally repeat hum as you exhale. So seeing if you can neutralize the breath a little bit as we move into the next flow. So it's pretty much the same flow again, folks, but with a little bit more challenge. So bending the knees, you can bring the hands to the hips. I find this useful. Like I'm sweeping the crease of my hips back as I welcome my body back into chair pose. Again, maybe even do some toe taps here. So you really feel a lot of weight in your heels and in your toes. And then find your chair pose, send the shins back and sweep the arms up. Unless this is not good on your lower back, you can keep your hands to heart. Turn the palms forward, exhale, elbows out to the side, squeeze the shoulder blades behind your back. Inhale, send the arms up over the head, palms sort of facing down. Twice more, exhale, lift up the navel. And then inhale, maybe even come a bit lower into the legs if possible. This time, exhale, stick out the tongue, go, creating a bit of fire. Inhale, lengthen. Pause here, turn the palms to face one another, and then slow motion, so sweetly, you like, surrender into your forward fold. Feel free to lengthen out the legs so it can feel nice. Halfway lift, inhale. And then exhale, pad the hands forward, maybe go the opposite hand. So see if you can change your most dominant hand as you move forward. And here we are in plank pose. Lower the knees down and point the toes. So we're in a half plank. Your bum isn't above the the knees. You're shifting forward, but the heels and hands are underneath the shoulders. Slightly wrap your bum towards the inner knee, or the backs of the knees. Take a deep breath in. Come all the way down to the belly and count to 5. So exhale, elbows back for 5, 4. Keep the back of the head lifted as possible. 3. Find the strength from somewhere. 2. And then soft land. 1. Well done. So from here, inhale, lift the back of the head and lift the legs and the hands. Everything's lifted. So you're skydiving. And see if you can draw your shoulder blades a little bit towards one another, towards the center, and then down the spine. For 3. Please don't hold your breath. 2. Really reach your toes back. 1. And then release. Come into child's pose. So press into the hands, push up, strong arms. And then take a moment. You can even rest one forearm on top of the other. And maybe even sway a little bit and rock your hips from side to side. That could be scrumptious. Again, then shifting back onto all fours. Tuck the toes under, down dog. Here we go. Similar flow, just a little bit added on. Inhale, reach up the right leg. Feel free to come back onto all hands and knees. Exhale, knee to nose, round the spine, rock the shoulders forward over the wrists. Inhale, press back, 3-legged dog. Twice more, exhale, knee to nose, round the spine. Inhale, 3-legged dog. This time, exhale, knee to nose, round the spine, look forward, and then step between the hands. Lower the left knee down, point the toes. Wrap the right heel down as you inhale, circle the arms up. Exhale, press the hands to the floor, lift off your back knee. Bend the back knee and curl up as you take an inhale. Options to bring the arms over the head or keep the hands to the heart. So arms over the head is a bit more weight. Inhale, straighten the legs. Just one of these. Exhale, bend the knees. Back knee hovers. Inhale, straighten. Exhale, bend the right knee. So back into the lunge. Spill the hips forward. Reach the fingertips forward. And then bring the left foot in a little. So this is the full warrior 3 thing. So I'm going to bring my hands to the heart as you lift the left leg and pitch the body forward. Yes, see if you can keep the body weight onto the right heel, spread the right toes for 3. Maybe even arms out to the side like you're flying. 2. Yes. 1. Stay on the right foot, slowly. Maybe the left knee comes into the chest, as you can't just standing, without bringing the left foot down. And then circle out the left ankle. Well done. So adding a little twist. You can't see my head. Oh well. So bring the left knee in line with the hip. Right hand outside the right knee. So it's a cross. And then press those 2 points together as you sweep the left hand back into a twist. So ladies, you can look to the side or to the back hand, your choice. Try not to hold the breath. Oh, yes. And then let's look forward. Hands float to the heart and come back to your high lunge. So have a game. See how slow and controlled, like you're moving through thick honey, back into your high lunge. So left foot back, curl all the way up. Let's bring the arms over the head. Yes, and then let's spill the hands forward, right knee on top of the ankle. And then from here, let's circle the right arm up into a twist. Yeah, really nice. Hug the right hip in and reach the right shin forward. Find a comfortable position on the neck as you take one more reaching inhale. Beautiful. Hands down, plank pose. So really plant the hands down and slide the leg back. Come to down dog. All that on the left. Again, feel free to bring the knees down as a variation. Inhale, lift up the left leg. Exhale, knee to the nose, round the spine. Shoulders on top of the wrist. And then inhale, press back. Twice more. Exhale, hugging, rounding, cinching in. And then inhale, pressing back. Really good. This time, step forward. So exhale, knee in. Step through. Right knee down. Press through the left heel as you inhale, circle the arms up. Have some fun with it. Exhale, send the hips forward, drape the hands down, tuck toes, lift back knee. Curl up to a high lunge. So bend the knees. Options to hands to heart over the head. So over the head, more challenge. Inhale, straighten both legs. Squeeze through the inseams of the body. Exhale, float the knee down. Just the once. Inhale. And then come back to high lunge. So only bend the left knee. Tip the pelvis forward and let that send your spine through. And then send the right foot in a little. And you can either come to the same variation or come into your warrior 3 balance. Like a capital T. And I'm right near the wall, so you could even use a wall. And then let's bring the left knee on top of the ankle. Maybe float the arm out to the side. Find the strength from somewhere. How can you feel more strong here? For 3, 2, 1. And then bring the right knee into the chest. Maybe you don't touch down. Oh, good. You can hug the thigh in and then give the circle through the ankle. Really articulate through the ankle joint. Really nice. And then bring the right knee in line with the hip. Left hand outside the knee. Press those 2 points together and sweep the right hand back. So feeling the heel drop, the crown lifts, that wonderful sense of root to rise as you twist. Wobbles are welcome. It's okay. Look forward. Arms to heart or over the head, your choice. High lunge. So see how, again, have a little game. How slow and controlled. Can you land into your high lunge? Well done. Inhale, circle the arms up. Keep the left knee on top of the ankle. Exhale, send the hips forward, drape the spine over the front thigh. And then circle the left hand up into a twist. So hugging the outer hips together for 3. Yes, draw up the thighs. 2, 1. Press the hands down. Find yourself into plank pose. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, bend the knees. Shift back into down dog and feel free to have a little wibble about again. Let out a bit of tension. And then let's walk the hands back. Find your sacrum, that very lowest part of your spine. Bend the knees, drop the head, and then curl up, vertebrae by vertebrae. Inhale, circle the arms over the head when you arrive. Exhale, hands land at the heart. Well done. One hand to belly, one hand to heart. Inhale, so. Exhale, hum. Inhale, so. Exhale, hum. And see if you can invite the breath to be a calm river once again. So, I'm going to face you, but you can stay as you are. If you bring, I might not be mirroring, I'm not sure, but bring your weight into your right foot. So I'm on my right foot. And then cross your left ankle above the right knee and bend the knees like your chair pose position. So you're sticking your bum back. Yeah? And you can rest your hands on the thighs or at the heart. And then if your balance is not too crazy, you can look at your right knee and see if again you can bring the knee on top of the ankle without falling back. So you have to send your heart forward. And then really flex through that left ankle. And the more you bring your torso forward, the more you'll probably experience some sensation in the hip. Well, the outer hip. Yeah. And then slowly come on up. And you can give it a little shake out in the middle. And then other side. So this is, I really like this stretch because it's strengthening on the support leg still. So you're still working strong, but then you're opening out on this rotated thigh. So again, knee draws back, shin draws back, which creates a bit more challenge on the balance, I do know. And then the more you stick your bum back, the heart forward, the more you might experience sensation. But you go where you need to go, folks. And then slowly come on up. Shake out the legs. And then before we hit the deck, open your legs out, so you might have to step off your mat. Turn the toes out and bend the knees. So we haven't done much external rotation, so we might feel a little tighter here. Bring the hands down. Keep pressing the thighs back. Yeah. 3 of these guys. Inhale, arms up over the head. Exhale, palms forward, stick out the tongue, go. Yeah, twice more. Inhale, you might sink into the thighs a little bit more. Exhale, go. So this is Ode to Kali, fierce goddess. And she's one that you turn to for in times of change where you need a lot of resiliency and strength. Wow, fierce goddess. Hands to the thighs. And then sink into the legs. So you can like almost use your arms like they're a support system. Yeah? So you can even shift a little side to side. And then drop one shoulder forward. It doesn't matter which. And you might look back behind you and come center. And then drop the other shoulder forward. And then come center. One more time. Exhale, twist. Inhale, center. Exhale, twist. Got a little visitor. Is that Priya? Inhale, center. And then push through the legs. Heel toe the feet together. Maybe bring them totally together. So you feel like you're hugging in, hands to heart. I'll come back here. Good. And then let's inhale, reach the arms up over the head. Exhale, bend the knees a little, hands through the center. Let's just make our way to the floor. So crawl out and come all the way to hands and knees. Maybe you can separate the feet. And then have a moment in your balasana. Maybe rock a little side to side. Maybe even flutter the lips, go. And in child's pose, I think it's really lovely to feel the back body breathe. So we've had our hands on the front, but imagine there was two hands, one on the middle spine, maybe where your bra strap lives, and maybe one at the lower back, and feel as if you could breathe into those palms, that you're pushing those imaginary hands away with the inhale, and then sinking deeper into the support of the floor as you exhale. So I think part of being strong is knowing when to ask for help as well, isn't it? Especially mamas. No shame in asking for help. Inhale deeply. Exhale fully. Good. And then bring the hands underneath the shoulders and slowly come all the way up. Good. Shift your bum to one side and bring your legs forward in front of you. And again, if you want to sit on a cushion, if that helps you find, so you move away from this. If you feel like you're a bit like this, you might bend the knees and sit up on a cushion so you can sit upright. And then let's bring the right knee in, sorry, the right foot in, maybe just at the same distance or same level as the knee. And then left hand hugs the right shin. Right fingertips find the floor behind you. And then feel like you're corkscrewing up from the seat to the crown. So inhale all the way up. And then exhale, turn. Feel like your shoulders are broadening as you turn. Yeah. And you can either have chin in line with chest or continue the rotation into the neck and look behind you. And without looking at your left foot, keep some energy in the toes. So spark some energy in the foot, in the left foot. And then slowly come center. It's nice to be sat down, isn't it? And then bring your 2 feet to the floor. Little transition moment. Interlace your hands in front of you and then release the index finger. It's like a little yogi gun. Take a deep breath in and then exhale, curl through the lower back. So you're tucking the tail under. Yeah, and go to a portion that feels appropriate. And then inhale, feel the pelvis rotate forward, and that brings you all the way up. Try that twice more. So exhale, initiate by tucking the tail under, rounding through the spine. And then inhale, let the wheels of your pelvis roll forward and bring you all the way up. Good, last time. Exhale, eyes soft. Feet planted. Inhale, rolling all the way up. And we'll twist to the left. So right leg long, left foot in line with the knee roughly, right hand round. And again, maybe even go exaggerate it, really slump down. And then feel the energy rise up from the earth itself as you inhale and twist. And again, you might want to look behind you. If that's not good, look, have chin in line with the chest, keep the shoulders broad and open. Spark a lot of energy and life into the right foot. And then slowly come center. Find your mudra. I think it's mudra for fire. This time, bring your hands to the right. So you're twisting, keep bum cheeks down. Exhale, curl and lower. Yeah, so in a twist. Sink the navel, avoid doming your tummy out, so navel sinks. And then inhale, roll back up. And then sweep the hands over to the left. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, curl in the twist. Yeah, and then inhale, rock back up. Exhale, curl and twist. Navel sinking. Inhale, coming back up. Feet grounding. Exhale to the left. Inhale, rock back up. Let's do one more. Exhale, shoulders drop. Inhale. Good job. Exhale. Slowly come back center. And then from here, I don't know about you, but it really feels a lot on my hips. So I'll face you guys. You can stay as you are. Soles of the feet together, knees fall to the sides. And then you can bring your fingertips just behind the hips. And then almost push down into the floor and raise your chest up. And you can stay seated completely upright, or options to bring a bit more of a weight over the legs and sending your hands forward. Buddy, shh. Come up. My dog's just woken up. And the baby. And again, like we did in child's pose, maybe feel like those imaginary hands are in the back of the body and you can breathe into that space. Breath really three-dimensional, front, back and sides. Let the river of the breath kind of move and nourish the whole body. And then slowly up you pop. Tuck, tuck, tuck. And then glide the knees in and give yourself a big cuddle. Maybe even let the forehead rest upon the knees, or maybe the eyeballs rest on the knees. Good. And then from here, come into your cross-legged position, ladies. So before we come to rest, we'll kind of sort of seal it off how we began. So one hand to belly, one hand to heart. Arm bones really heavy. And then eyes open or eyes closed. I'll keep mine open so I can hold the space. And like we did all those moments ago, observe the natural flow of your breath. Maybe noticing if there's been any changes after moving the body quite dynamically. And noticing nothing is also an observation. So all is welcome. And then you can lay that mantra of the breath in if that keeps your mind focused. You can inhale, mentally repeat so, or you can even say it out loud. We can't hear you. And exhale, hum. So you can mentally repeat so, and exhale, vocally repeat hum. Completely up to you. So the mantra of the breath. And this is the pranayama of Kali Ma, of the goddess of time and change and resiliency. And again, this is a very pertinent thing in these times we live in. So the breath, the sort of the one constant of being alive. So hum. Even when the world is doing its mad dance, we breathe, so hum. Until we take our final exhale at the end of our lives, and really nothing to worry about there. So hum. And then when you're ready, let the mantra go and let the hands rest either on the lap or maybe on the legs. If you have a mudra you practice with, you're very welcome. And let the breath be natural and rhythmical in your own way. And I'm going to leave it up to you today. So if you're feeling a call, really like an instinct to lay down and take a shavasana, please do. And I think mummies need to lay down. If you're feeling the call to be upright and stay in a seated position for your final sort of relaxation, but it'd be more of like a meditation, you can go ahead. So if you have a jumper or a wrap, or you want to put some socks on, please do. Yeah. And you can change your mind. So sometimes we have to make a decision that isn't the right decision, enough times that we make good decisions in the end. So if you decide to stay seated And then you're like, oh, I wish I'd have come to a Shavasana and lied down. Know that you can change your mind. You're not ever stuck. Or just part of the journey, isn't it? So we're about 5 minutes over, and I really understand if you need to get going, because we started a bit later. So I love you if you need to go, and hopefully see you next time. If you can stick around, we'll probably just be a couple of minutes. So I don't want to keep you too long. So, lovely choices, everyone. So get yourself really settled down. You might even, just for a moment, pay attention. What is it that would make me just that much more comfortable? And then do that thing. So it could be just rolling the shoulders back or separating the legs a little bit more. It could be bending the knees so the lower back is long. And then come to rest. And perhaps now there's a readiness for the eyes to shut. And then begin to now pay attention to the feeling, the weight of your body on the ground. And observing how it's almost like the ground rises up to meet the body, your body. Is it possible for you to really surrender and yield into the ground, knowing that the floor can hold you? No need to hold yourself up all the time. You are never too heavy for the earth. She will hold you as you rest. And settle and drift down into the ground. So heavy is your body that if you rolled off your mat now, you would leave a little imprint behind. And as the body starts to unfurl, let go of its hold, bring your mental attention onto the breath. Notice the cool air as it moves in through the nostrils, down into the back of the throat and into the body. Cool air moving in and down into the body as you breathe in. And then observing as you exhale, the body being expelled up and out. There's a sensation of the air being warmer through the nostrils as you exhale. Warm air being expelled up and out through the nostrils. Inhale, so. Exhale, hum. Inhale, so. Exhale, hum. And Kali Ma, the goddess of time itself, she sort of teaches us how ironic it is that it's not really ever possible to be truly in the present. because the present is now the past, and the future, as soon as it hits the present, becomes the past. So the best we can do is ride the breath, ride the waves of life. Inhale, so. Exhale, hum. Inhale, so. Exhale, hum. And to close off your rest, we'll take some hums, some really nourishing sound breaths. And again, no one can hear you apart from your household. Hopefully they won't mind. So you can stay as you are. You can roll to one side and come to seated and hum as you wish. And the sound that comes out is the right sound. And we'll do maybe 30 seconds to a minute's worth of humming. So in your own time, inhale. When you're ready, receive a full breath in and open the mouth. Full breath out. Lovely. And then maybe wiggle the fingers and the toes. So coming back to the body. You can stretch the arms. You can even take a full body stretch wherever you are. Whoa. Hugging the knees into the chest. And then roll over to one side, doesn't matter which. And then I say blink your eyes open, keep your focus down and come up to seated. Keep looking down, pop your bum up onto your, sit your bum up onto your cushion or your block. And then as soon as you lift the head, close the eyes. So you're keeping that really internal focus still. And then rest one palm on top of the other at the chest or the heart. So you've got the anatomical heart as well as the energetical heart there, the energetic heart. And for a moment, feel the radiance of your breath into the heart. Knowing that you are resilient and strong and adaptable. Resilient, strong, and adaptable. And to close, the old saying, and with great respect and love, I honor my heart, my inner teacher. Shri Matre Namaha.